thinking about the, 12 championships now, was 2010 the last one that you got at Kaukauna?
Yes.
Okay. So having won a championship, in 82, and then, also in the 90s, and then all the way up to 2010, there's probably really only, maybe a handful of people that have accumulated championships in so many different decades and so many different types of cars. What was it like to, keep up with all those changes through the years and to be able to accomplish that?
Well, hard to say for sure, but I would say biggest thing was the cost of everything. But like now how much shocks are.
Yeah.
Back then, in the 80s, we had $100 shocks.
Right.
And we won a couple features at Madison too in the 80s, which is back then was called Capital Speedway.
Right. Now, kind of in your, so kind of thinking about like that 2010, were you running on cars that were kind of starting to run on, the bump stop stuff too?
Yeah, didn't care for that.
Yeah, didn't care for that. Yeah, I was curious on your opinion on
that.
It's
like a go-kart.
Yeah. Yeah, and and having it and running it like that at Kaukauna is not a smooth trip around the track either.
No.
But yeah, I mean, thinking about that and and how the race cars changed so much, was it hard to hard to get a feel, on cars as they kept changing like that, and really, having in your mind where you came from, but then it's like, okay, hey, we're getting in this bump stop stuff, and probably having a little bit in your mind, remembering how things felt in the 80s and 90s. What do you think made it possible for you to be able to still be successful with some bump stops, stuff that you didn't care for, versus how just running on springs was felt?
I don't know. I just tried to adapt.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, and I knew things were going to change, so can't fight it. So
probably the best viewpoint to really have on it is just not to fight it, right?
Try and work with it. The only thing I don't like about the way cars are nowadays is a car can be perfect one week, go back the next week, and you can't get out of your own way.
Yeah, it's definitely a fine line.
Yes.